Sports Illustrated just opened a new store right in your own living room with a large selection of the newest, hottest, and most unique sports merchandise and entertainment releases. At the Sports Illustrated store, you can get the best sports videos like Michael Jordan Airtime. Plus quick access to championship tapes featuring the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, the Final Four, and the World Series. There's also high-quality, authentic sports merchandise, the real stuff from NFL Pro Line, NBA Authentics, and Major League Baseball's Authentic Diamond Collection. Our sports collectibles feature the original 1954 first issue of Sports Illustrated, as well as signed SI covers from some of the biggest names in sports. Plus, there's also the latest SI book releases. It's sports shopping the easy way. Just look for our product inserts or our Sports Illustrated store ads in the pages of SI. To order, call toll-free 1-800-274-5200.
You know, last year, the NFL had all the things that fans have come to expect from pro football.
In all professional sports, I don't think anything quite compares to the spectacle of the NFL.
I think everybody knew going in last year that Dallas was the dominant team.
Deep to the post, Harper, touchdown!
Not only did this team have talent, but had great desire to dominate.
It was a great year for old pros. You know, vintage guys like Sims, Montana, and Allen.
Once again, the magician that is Joe Montana.
Certainly wasn't a bad year for young guys either. Of course, you had Reggie Brooks and Jerome Bettis at running back, and you had quarterbacks like Rick Meyer and Drew Bledsoe. It's very unusual for quarterbacks to have an impact like that so quickly.
It's a touchdown! Who got you?
And, of course, pro football always has its lighter side.
You see him? Evidently not.
Freddie broke his nose. That's what's the matter when he broke his nose.
He never had a good nose anyways.
Listen to the roar of this crowd if this doesn't work.
Lock that guy with that sweet. You just stand there fiddle-faddling with him. Go and block his ass.
In the end, however, the Dallas Cowboys' talent and fire prevailed in a big way.
Fake, throws it to Harper, touchdown!
It's anybody's guess how off-season developments will affect Dallas's chances of winning a third straight Super Bowl.
But for the Dallas Cowboys, this is the story of last year's Super Bowl team. Champions who brought the Cowboys to the precipice of history.
Under the hot Texas sun, the Dallas Cowboys prepared to meet the imposing challenge of winning a second straight world championship.
We were so excited over having played in the Super Bowl and won it, and we had great expectations this year. We were so guarded against having that Super Bowl let down and really had spent a lot of time thinking about it.
The quest began on Monday night against the arch-rival Washington Redskins.
Sets pressure, steps up, deep ball, oh man, Harper's all alone at the 40, Harper to the 20. He can stand on his head and roll in with this one, 80 yards.
But it was the Cowboys who fell on their faces, flattened by their own mistakes. This bitter defeat was followed by an even harsher loss.
Oh, Cowboys, go!
You've got time for at least one more play to get it into the end zone. Bateman is going to throw. He's got no check, and the ball's tipped up and intercepted at the 1-yard line.
We lost our first 2 ball games. We didn't have Emmett signed. It really was a highly emotional thing. I think this team will always be remembered by taking on those challenges and how they responded in the games afterwards.
Eagles, 2-2, baby. We're going back to the Super Bowl. Yeah!
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're in the house tonight.
The Cowboys began the long climb back with a win over the Cardinals, and then a victory over the Packers was hand-delivered by their magnificent special teams. With a 2-2 record, the Cowboys turned a matchup with the Colts into a mismatch. They opened up their playbook and outpoured a tidal wave of touchdowns.
Novacek's going to run a play to the left, and he runs it in for
The
the touchdown.
49ers game was a crossroads in the season, and the signpost pointed to another championship year. The offense was a portrait in power, an explosive mix of passing and running.
Emmitt Smith, that's all we want to see. Emmitt Smith.
Toss right, Emmitt Smith. A great block from Johnston. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith.
Hey, this is the first time all year people manning up man-to-man like this.
Aikman straight drop sets, deep ball, left side, wants it all. It's caught at the 5, and it's in for the touchdown. And who do you think it is? Michael Irvin.
That's football. That's football right there. That's football right there.
Sorry, got in the season a little bit late, but I think we can put this thing together, go on and win it all.
For Dallas in his own 38, leading by 6. Aikman, handoff, Smith, straight up the middle, and he may be gone. He's got the 50, he's got the 40, he's got the 20. Eric Allen chases the 5, 62-yard touchdown. Emmitt Smith retired the trophy.
They can't mess with us. Rain, sleet, or snow. We whooping buddy all over the place.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. They don't want us here today. They do not want us here today.
On a historic day, the Cowboys inducted legendary Tom Landry into the Ring of Honor.
We will play for 4 quarters right to the end. 4 quarters right to the end.
And gained a share of the NFC East by beating the Giants black and blue.
Great job hitting and then spine. That's great.
Good protection. Pump once, he's got Harper all alone. At the 10-yard line, in stride at the 5.
Oh, what a throw! What a throw that is!
Deep to the post. Harper, touchdown. Aikman to Harper. My goodness.
The 6-game victory streak was a roadway to the playoffs. And this path was blazed by one of the best offensive lines in football. There was Kevin Gogan, Frank Cornish, and Mark Tuinei. And the All-Pros Eric Williams, Mark Stepnoski, and Nate Newton mowed down everyone who stood in their way. All-Pros were shoved aside or pounded into the turf like nails. Smashing blocks created moose downs. And the Moose, Darryl Johnston, created open spaces for Emmitt Smith, the NFL's leading rusher. The fierce blocking line also allowed Troy Aikman to find an array of clutch-catching receivers. The sure hands of Jay Novacek led him to another Pro Bowl.
Those hands are worth a lot. A whole lot. You're going to see what they're worth today. Deep, real deep.
Alvin Harper has a gift of gab, but the acrobatic receiver usually lets his hands do the talking. Harper is the Cowboys' primary deep threat, and the highest average per catch of all NFL receivers attest to his game-breaking skills. While Harper is becoming a marquee player, no one commands center stage like the playmaker, Michael Irvin.
Make us go with what we do best. Damn it, third down, just get me the rock. Actually, I don't care what play, get me the rock, I'll take care of it. I don't care the double team. Get that. Get the double team. I don't care how they playing. Let's throw the slants. Let's throw the slants. We'll throw them into any coverage. Let's throw them. I'll go get it. I'll go get it. No matter what, I'll go get it, actually.
And go get it he does. Wherever the ball is, Irvin is. Throw it, he'll catch it. Whacked and smacked, mugged or slugged, nothing deters the playmaker on his appointed rounds. Number 88 caught 88 passes, third best in the league, and only one player bettered his 1,300 yards receiving. While the eyes of one star sparkled, another showed the steely eyes of a gunfighter. Troy Aikman is a straight shooter, a marksman who throws cork and hits the bullseye. No passer in the league had a better completion percentage than this all-pro quarterback. He is the complete passer, able to find a pot of gold with his rainbows, or maneuverable enough to launch rockets on the run.
Fake bootleg right, looking, nobody open. Throws it on the dead run, touchdown, of course, to Michael Irvin.
In Week 11, it was not their all-pro quarterback who generaled the Cowboys to victory.
Rosar underneath, Smith's all alone at the 20. Can he spin 3 more yards? First down. Oh, he broke away. Look at him go. He got a block. He needs one more block and got it at the 25. Smith to the 10-yard line, to the 5, to the 1, and they caught it.
But instead of cresting, the victory wave crushed the Cowboys. A loss to the Falcons was followed by a crippling last-second defeat by the Dolphins, and suddenly their title hopes seemed in jeopardy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, hit everything, baby. Hit everything today. Our defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
The defense dominated during the stretch run to the playoffs. The names were Jeffcoat, Tolbert, Maryland, Lett, and Haley. And this front line protected both the middle and the flanks. The linebackers were Norton, Smith, Miles, and Edwards. And behind them came Brown, Woodson, Smith, Washington, Bates, and Gant. The Cowboy defense was a commando unit, swift, maneuverable, and penetrating, able to cover the vast expanse of a football field in lightning-quick movements. The swiftest defense in the NFL always found the football and always tracked down the fastest players. The long arm of this law stretched from sideline to sideline, goal line to goal line. When you watch this defense play, it was almost impossible to stay in your seat.
I'm on the sidelines because I want to be on the sidelines. I want to show support for our team. I got in the habit of being on the sidelines when we won only one football game. I wanted our fans and our players to know that I supported everything we were doing and were with them. but I got in the habit of it, and I like being down there when times are good, too. It is an exciting time, and I just have that kind of respect for the people that play the game and coach the game.
Hey, y'all start this thing
Got to run now.
Cheat each other,
Run your ass off.
Let's not cheat each other, all right?
Let's go.
Let's give all we got. Nobody cheat nobody.
Inside the 20. Let's go.
Aikman straight drop looking left. It's a supersonic laser blast.
The rush to a title began with a 37-20 defeat of the Vikings and was followed by a rout of the Jets.
At the Jets 42, Aikman straight drop, sets, deep ball down the right sideline for Irvin. He caught it to the goal line. Touchdown. Esiason in 3 steps, throws to his right. Kevin Smith intercepts the left sideline. 20, 10, touchdown. Kevin Smith, the first Dallas defensive score of the year.
Opponents fell like dominoes, and the next team to fall hard was the Redskins.
Shoot at the 38, left 45, big hole. Midfield, left to the 40. He's going. He's gone. Kevin Williams, 62 yards for his second punt return touchdown as a rookie.
Everyone liked what they saw, but the eyes of Texas focused on a showdown for the NFC Eastern title at Giant Stadium.
Evan, hot jump tonight, Evan. You're going to get hammered all day, Evan.
Third down and a long 2, and Aikman with a draw to Smith. Coming right first down. 25 to 30. A lot of room at the 40. Chased at the 40 of the Giants and hauled down at the 30.
First down.
Smith is down. Emmitt Smith is down.
Just before halftime, Emmitt Smith, the heart and soul of this team, suffered a separated shoulder. Instead of sitting out, Smith saddled up, and in one of the most inspirational performances in sports history, the Cowboys rode their star to a championship. Smith carried 32 times for 168 yards. He caught 10 passes for 60 more and led America's team to victory in overtime.
Field goal.
Here we go. 41 yards. Good snap. The hold is up. The kick's on the way. Cowboys win. What a great game.
Hey, you've been under the gun. You've been under the pressure. You had to do it on the road. One hell of a job.
When you talk about Emmitt Smith's performance against the Giants, you're right. The respect for that performance, the respect for the competitor in Emmitt, the respect for the challenge that football and the NFL presents an athlete like that, that does transcend the NFL, and that transcends the game.
In his 4th season, Emmitt Smith ascended to the highest level as a running back by displaying the unstoppable style that led him to a 3rd straight rushing title. His elusiveness was reflected by the highest average per carry and the most total yards in the NFL. His toughness by the astounding fact that in almost 400 touches this season, he fumbled only twice. Beauty is in the eyes of this beholder. For one glance at a Polaroid was translated into an unforgettable Kodak moment on the football field. Smith was an All-Pro for the 4th straight season and became the first Dallas Cowboy to be honored as the most valuable player in the league. Smith and the Cowboys danced to the finish line and captured the NFC East. Now this team together was bound by a common bond. Win a second straight Super Bowl, the fourth in Cowboy history, and become the first team in the NFL to win a world championship after losing their first 2 games. Blending a furious defense with their precision attack, the Cowboys overwhelmed the Green Bay Packers in the divisional playoffs.
Looking right, looking over the middle. He's got Novacek for the touchdown to the post. Bateman 3-step drop, pump fake, deep ball. He's got Irvin in the end zone. Touchdown.
Our fans haven't had an NFC championship game in Dallas for 16 years, and so they were going to get one.
What time is it? It's party time! What time is it? Party time! What time is it? It's party time!
You can and you will because you believe you can and you know you will. Win. 1, 2, 3, win!
With protection, throws it underneath, caught Novacek, wide open, 15-10, barreling to the 3, moving to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys!
The Cowboys dominated the 49ers and left no doubt about who was the best team in the NFC.
Long count, Aikman, 5-step drop, over the middle, wide open, Smith, touchdown. Caught it at the 5, looked around, literally parted the Red Sea, and walked on in with the stroll. Back to throw, short slant. Oh, Harper caught it, he's breaking away. 20, he's going to score. Dallas is going to win the NFC championship again.
It's over now. See you in Atlanta, baby. See you in Atlanta.
They came to Super Bowl 28 poised on the verge of greatness. A second straight victory over the Buffalo Bills would position the Dallas Cowboys as the only glittering candidate for Team of the 90s.
I'm trying to keep from hyperventilating before the kickoff. I might just pass out right now.
But it was the Cowboys who passed out, and after 30 minutes trailed 13-6.
Make them lay it down.
No huddle. Kelly with an inside handoff to Thomas, and he's knocked down and a fumble. And the Cowboys pick it up, and here comes James Washington.
On one startling, incandescent play, the fortunes of this game and this team completely changed.
From a convoy to the 15, Washington to the 5, James Washington, touchdown Cowboys!
The Bills' fortress crumbled, crushed by a magnificent 8-play, 64-yard pile driver to a touchdown.
we've seen this the last 3 or 4 years. Smith for 9, Smith for 3, Smith for 8, Smith for 7. Big play. Aikman draw to Smith. Tackled but breaks away to the 10. Oh, what a run by the league's MVP. Touchdown, Evan Smith.
Defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Kelly back, no pressure, over the middle. The ball is intercepted by James Washington.
Yes. You gotta win this game right now.
Hold your breath, everybody. 4th and goal at the 1.
Now, this is what Buffalo tried last year, and it didn't work for them.
Out of the I formation. Blitz. Pitch left to Smith. Block from Johnston. Touchdown, Evan Smith.
2 in a row. How sweet it is.
Back to back, baby. Cowboys back to back in the half. Yeah.
It was a game like their year. They started 0-2. They were in deep ruts. Everybody said they couldn't do it. Well, guess what? Dallas, your Cowboys are still champions.
For America's team, days of victory had produced a year of glory.
Hi, I'm Steve Sable. Next season, the Dallas Cowboys will be seeking something no other team in NFL history has ever accomplished: a 3rd straight Super Bowl title. Now, they'll attempt to do this without the head coach who took them from a 1-victory season in 1989 to a Super Bowl 4 years later in 1992. Standing in Jimmy Johnson's place on the sidelines will be former Oklahoma head coach Barry Switzer. Now, we got a lot of questions. Will the team respond to his leadership? Has free agency seriously weakened their depth? What players will take a step forward or backward? Without coordinator Norv Turner, will Troy Aikman's versatile offense maintain its excellence? What follows will hopefully answer most of those questions.
Next season, the Dallas Cowboys will be missing Jimmy Johnson, the architect of their renaissance and the brilliant coach of 2 straight Super Bowl champions. In his place, owner Jerry Jones selected Barry Switzer, the former head coach at Oklahoma, who steadfastly promises he will not tinker with a proven formula for success.
There's not going to be any changes. We're going to run the same playbooks, the same defense. We've got the same coaches doing the same jobs. I hope I can do as good a job as Jimmy Johnson. That's what you're hoping, and that's damn sure what you're hoping.
That's the kind of coach that Barry Switzer is. He is not a hog the spotlight, look at me type guy. Barry Switzer is going to let Butch Davis handle the defense totally. He's going to let Ernie Zampese do totally his thing on offense. If you were to ask me one aspect of that offense that's going to change, I can't pick it out. Because Ernie Zampese and Norv Turner are so hand in glove as offensive philosophers that you're just hardly going to see any change.
With Troy Aikman at quarterback, Michael Irvin at receiver, and the incomparable Emmitt Smith at running back, the virtually intact Cowboy offense will once again be able to dominate their opponents. The key, of course, is the 3-time rushing champion who is not only the physical, but the psychological centerpiece of the team. Adding spice to this versatile attack will be second-year receiver Kevin Williams, number 85, who scored 7 touchdowns as a rookie.
Takes it at the 35 and comes left 40. 45, midfield, 45-40, and defender slip. Kevin Williams will bring it in. Kevin Williams from Dallas scores his second touchdown of the day. 64 yards.
Two Super Bowl championships in 5 years, the chance for a third. I mean, you got to look at him as one of the great quarterbacks in NFL history. And if he continues his career at this pace, at this level, he certainly will be in that category.
Along with Aikman and Irvin, Emmitt Smith is an All-Pro, whose indomitable will may someday carry him to the Hall of Fame.
Emmitt has been used a lot, but he's always had that knack of being able to pick up an extra yard here or there and to kind of break through seams when it looked like there was nothing there. That ability to just dominate when there didn't appear to be any yardage available, I think that will stand him in good stead for getting to the record if he sticks around for another, say, 10 years. He's got tremendous desire. He wants to be the best and think that he is the best. And he's got a unique ability to slide, to cut. Not the fastest guy, not the strongest guy, not the biggest guy, but he is perhaps the best, quote, running back.
There are a few problems on offense. Defense, however, is another story.
The Cowboys had the best defensive tackle rotation probably in recent NFL history. And I think in losing Jones to the Rams and in losing Casillas to Kansas City, you're going to see Lett and Maryland play bigger roles. They will be replaced, the two departed guys, but I don't think they'll be replaced in stature or ability.
The defense will miss the leadership of departed Ken Norton, and other free agent defections will hamper their ability to maneuver in strategic areas.
I think the only other thing you're going to notice defensively is that maybe because some of the depth has been cut because of free agency and because of various deals they've made, I think what you might see, instead of the Cowboys shuttling in 18, 19 guys on defense, which they've done the last couple of years, you know, they may not have quite the shuttle bus on their defense that they had in recent years. I think maybe they might go 16 guys deep instead of 18, 19.
Cowboys are going to be real interesting to watch. They've got the talent, they've got the fire, they got a new coach. If they're going to continue and try for that three-peat, they're going to have to try to get back into the same mental frame of mind that they had as they're going for the last two. 3 years in a row could make them arguably the best team ever in the history of the NFL.
One of the toughest players ever to wear the star on his helmet was Randy White. He was an All-American at the University of Maryland and the Cowboys' #1 draft choice in 1975. White's mission was truly an impossible one. You see, he had to replace the irreplaceable because he was chosen to follow Bob Lilly, Mr. Cowboy, the Hall of Fame defensive tackle. But White proved to be the unstoppable, unblockable force of the Doomsday defense. And picking his hardest hit is like choosing Mike Tyson's best knockout. White was called the Manster, half man, half monster, but always All-Pro. Opponents afforded him the ultimate tribute, the double team, because they couldn't contain him with a single player and they couldn't run away from him. Now, White was named All-Pro 12 times. And in 1993, the first year he was eligible, the Manster was voted into the Hall of Fame.
In this modern and glamorous age of pro football, Randy White is a reminder of its primitive past. Here in this setting, he is an inspired amateur hoping to land the big one. But on a football field where he is weighed and measured on a different scale, White never comes up short.
Many times people fall into two categories. Those who say, I'll do my best, and those who say, I'll be the best. And Randy White, whether he's ever professed it or not, wants to be the best. The drive that he has to be the best player is obvious the way he practices, the way he plays the game. He does does not accept defeat. He does not accept the fact that he cannot make the play. He just believes and plays as if he personally can make any play that has to be made, and he does.
While White strides resolutely on his way to the Hall of Fame, in 1975, he followed in the footsteps of a player whose bust was already being cast. For 14 years, Bob Lilly commanded center stage in Dallas, and to assume his role, a replacement would have to sneak in from the wings. A rookie rarely plays leading man roles, but number 54 displayed instincts that were perfectly geared to the closed-in crunch of pro football.
My attitude was defeat the guy in front of me and get the guy with the ball, whether it was the running back or the quarterback. I really didn't preoccupy myself with the little steps, the little intricacies of playing the flex defense.
The Cowboys tried White at linebacker, and although opponents fell like buildings from a wrecking ball's swing, the conversion was like making over Marie Osmond into Madonna.
I was one of those guys at Dallas that really felt like he should be a middle linebacker because I had played against Dick Butkus, and Randy White to me was the closest thing to Dick Butkus that I'd ever seen, and he could outrun Dick Butkus. He had that mean streak in him that Dick Butkus had. You know, I was against moving him to tackle, but it became a perfect position for him, particularly in the flex.
He is so cotton-picking quick, you can't believe it. I mean, he can make a move on you, and if you're not really on your toes, hey, he's by you. Other times, he'll set you up by giving you a quick move, and then, bam, right into you, and with that great streak that he's got, he can knock you on your keister. So you've got a problem. Anytime you're up against Randy White, you got a problem.
Teammates called White by a nickname he did not like, but did not discourage.
We call Randy White manster around here, and that's, you know what a manster is, just half man, half monster. And he's the strongest man on the team, and he's a super competitor. I mean, the guy has only one speed, and it's top speed.
White allows no interruptions, no distractions, no loitering. The scrimmage line is his domain, to be possessed and defended. A place where he sends ferocious messages to all corners of a football field.
The thing that makes Randy White so great is that he never treats anybody different. I don't care whether you're playing the best football player as an offensive line or the worst one. He doesn't care. I mean, he's going to play them the same way every week. And when you have that kind of a player, you're going to have a player that's going to dominate.
You just cannot go into a game without accounting for his presence. You may have a player that will play well against him one time, but over the long haul, you're going to have to account for him with more than one player, and that's the ultimate in respect that a player can get from the opposition.
Randy White, to me, would have to be the finest defensive lineman, along with Deacon Jones, that I've ever seen play football.
Randy White is a player that plays every play, whether the game is 70-0 in your favor or 70-0 against you.
The most dedicated 100% player that I've ever seen, and he's as good a defensive player as I've ever been around.
Like all NFL players, he has a lot of ability, but unlike all of them, he has a heart the size of Texas.
He's got the motor. He never stops. He never thinks he's out of a play. He's going to try and win the game himself if he can. I don't care what everybody else is doing, and he inspires everybody else by his play, I think, and he's got a great heart, great pride.
It's like the last play of the game, and it's up to him to make the play to win the game.
As the game progresses, you fall into a pattern. You see certain things that you'll be able to do, and you kind of save them for a key situation when it can mean a big play for your team, maybe on a pass rush, a certain move that you can use to beat a guy and you think it'll work.
Big play,
Stabler to throw. Here comes the pressure. Shot! In the end zone! Ball! It is a touchdown!
Randy White mauled Stabler and the ball came loose.
It has never been easy for a lineman to achieve glory in a sport where romance thrives on dazzling runs and long passes. A few, like Randy White, have risen from the gore of the scrimmage line to become giants of pro football.